What is up, everybody? Everyday Angler here. Today I'm going to be fishing a spot that I fished once before. You might remember the spot from where I tried to kayak fish but it didn't work out. I'm at Lee and Gordon's Mill. This is West Chickamauga Creek behind me. I don't have too much time. I had some stuff to do this morning, so I couldn't get out early. But I'm excited to try out my new combo that my sponsor got me. Yeah, I'm sponsored. So this is my Redington Youth Minnow Combo. So for those of you guys that don't know, the Youth Minnow Combo is, oh yeah, my sponsor is my dad. So don't get too excited. Anyways, thank you Papa for this new rod and reel. The Youth Minnow Combo is a 5-weight combo that they sell for kids. But the only difference is it's 8 feet. So it's one of the cheaper combos, entry-level rod and reel, and line, and leader, everything you need to fish except for flies. And it's a 5-weight. I thought about getting a shorter, like 3-weight or something, but I already have sinking tip line, sinking line, and floating line for my 5-weight, so I just thought I'll just get an 8-foot 5-weight. You know, I got a little bit shorter rod to try to make it a little easier for me to get in these small creeks. So we're gonna test it out today. I've got a couple of size 8 ugly boogers tied, and we're gonna see what happens. Hopefully get some fish out of here. Let me hit the water. Like I said, we do not have too much time today, so I don't want to waste any more. I'll see you guys at the creek. All right, so here we are. This is the Youth Minnow Combo. You can see it's kind of got this like winter camo. It's lime green minnow. Definitely kind of aesthetically pleasing. I like it a lot, but I think they made it more to like attract kids, you know. And there's my little ugly booger, size 8. That's gonna catch some fish today, I promise you. Now, last time I waded this creek, it was very productive, but it also got very deep quickly. I mean, just look at this. This is awesome. This little run right here. Come on. Yes. Oh, freak. Did I lose my bugger? Oh, I already lost my first fly of the day. That was a nice bugger, man. I had that one narrowed down. All right, we'll switch it up. All right, I've tied on another ugly booger. You know, getting snagged sucks, but really, if you don't get snagged every once in a while, you're not casting in the right places. You gotta cast towards the cover of these slower spots, like this deep hole right here where the current really doesn't affect too much. So getting snagged is just part of the game. Especially, you're more likely to get snagged if you just tied the fly this morning. Finally got my first bite. I think I got a little fish on. Yeah. Come here, buddy. Oh, he came off. That was a little bluegill. So I'm gonna see what it looks like on the other side of this. If it's shallow enough for me to do anything in. Yeah, you see there has to be fish right there. Fish on. Right where he was supposed to be, baby. Feels like a nice little redbreast. Yeah, that's what it is. Nice redbreast. Bit on this woolly booger. I lost that. I have one more ugly booger left. So this is pretty nice. Right where he was supposed to be. I love how redbreast, they really do just sit where they're supposed to. Right behind this foam, right behind the muddy current, under that tree. Managed to get a good cast in it. Let's go ahead and release this guy. All right, let me see if I can't get another one. One thing I did learn from Creek Fishing Adventures is I just caught a redbreast out of this hole, right? That guy is like constantly moving. That's why you probably didn't see me too much in his video. He was like, I would look at him, you know, and then I'd be like, oh, okay, he's right there. And then 5 minutes later, he's like, I can't even see him because he's so far upstream. Now, obviously with fly fishing, it's a little different. You can't cover as much water, but pretty much what he taught me is I've already caught this redbreast out of here. I know I'm casting at it just because I'm talking to you guys right now. It's time to move on to the next hole. Don't get stuck on one hole just because you caught a fish from it. If you want to catch more fish, you pretty much just got to hit more holes, right? I know it seems pretty obvious, but I have a bad habit of getting locked on a certain structure like this foam and the log, thinking there's gonna be more fish in there. There probably is, but they just saw their buddy get hooked in the face, so it's time to move on to the next hole. Another tip too is if you have, I have like floating line and 9-foot leader. Well, it's probably down to 8 feet right now, but if you just walk, like I'm walking the bank right now, and my woolly bugger is actually still in the water. You'll be surprised how many fish you can pick up like that. I wouldn't recommend doing it like if you're Ned rigging on spinning gear or anything, because you're pretty much just asking to get snagged. But there's few advantages to fly fishing, and you should take advantage of them. As far as in the water, most of my flies, I don't put a weed guard or anything on them, but just the way it moves because of the floating line and the hackle that I have raised up on the woolly bugger. I like using really big, buggy hackle. It almost works as a weed guard as well. Now, when you do get snagged on the fly though, it's a whole ordeal. Instead of just popping your lure off, you know, you don't want to break your rod. You don't want to stretch your line too much. And it could be a matter of just putting new tippet on, or tying another fly on, or putting a new butt section on. So, as you can see right now though, I'm taking something out of Creek Fishing Adventures book, and I'm just walking along, casting. Instead of stopping, look what I'm hitting right now. I'm hitting these roots right now. Just stopping, instead of stopping and hitting these roots, I'm just walking. Now you can mend, and it kind of hurts, well, it doesn't hurt, but it kind of hinders you a little bit if you're having to mend. But really, for these warm water panfish and bass, they're not too picky about the perfect drift or anything like that. And I'm streamer fishing most of the time, right? If you consider the woolly bugger a streamer, because I nymph woolly bugger sometimes. See, I'm just hitting this log and there's nothing there. This is also really good practice if you're new to fly fishing like I am. I still consider I'm definitely still a beginner. But just picking your fly up out of the water and putting it right back where it was. There's pros and cons to spin fishing and fly fishing, but you have to take every advantage you have when you're fly fishing. One of the advantages is you don't have to reel your bait up to recast it, right? So if that's like a juicy hole like that foam that I passed, instead of reeling in and recasting it, I just pop in my fly right back in there. So me, I had to kind of get out of this mentality of spin fishing and finishing my retrieve or my reel in and just popping my fly out of the sweet spot and putting it right back in there. Now, if I'm casting along the bank like this, then yes, I'm going to finish my retrieve. Look at that spider swimming. Did he get out? Oh yeah, he's out. He was like in the middle of the creek. Crazy. I don't know what type of spider that is. Whenever I see a bug like stranded in the water like that, I'm like, yeah, see, that's why fish like hitting grasshoppers and stuff. Well, only one fish landed today. I have run out of time. Nothing even at this dam over here. I don't know what to say. Overall, this rod it's just like my Path. It feels just like my Path. I was expecting it to be a little stiffer because it was shorter, but no. I might carry this around for smaller creeks. I forgot how big this creek actually was. Otherwise, I just would have brought my 9-foot rod, be able to cast a little farther. But anyways, guys, I feel like I disappoint you when I only catch a little bit of fish, but I know it's beautiful scenery. Got to see this nice mill, and thank you for watching, everybody. If you liked the video, hit that subscribe button and hit that like button. I'll see you guys next time on another episode of The Everyday Angler.